Sports.
Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds and complete.
Man, calls it certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. 20, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cutler was all too aware that this goes to the end zone. He's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Man, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 14, Bengals 7.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
To throw, Winston. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone since the field judge has ruled incomplete.
It certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe let him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. That's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a short gain here, down to the 22. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good.
He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he converts on the field goal.
Actually, it is the kicker you can depend upon, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
8 yards Hopkins on the touchdown pass.
And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And around his head here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, Mark. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say, it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run the offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Burrow. Third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz for the extra point. And around his head here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Brings up second and a yard at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston.
Joseph Osai
Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Got an open man, it's Olave.
And they work this out past the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Winston now to throw on first down.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And too much juice. He'll be out of bounds. Incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be hoping that those guys on the defensive side of the ball, you get big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, operating on getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
83 yards.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints extend their lead yet again. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
It's good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Now back to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And if
he's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are able to claw one back. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Going deep downfield for Ross. They've got his man complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Winston now. Got a man open against Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw and 2nd down, and this one again complete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is now winning for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Let's go on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And now here's another interception. Picked up on the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And some space here. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, 49 yards. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Bucks with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they got to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Play fake. Winston. That's caught by Warner out left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On 2nd down, Kamara looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. They're looking to throw this. Winston.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Saints. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here